and then you even got hit and went down.
Yeah, I don't box. Right. I fight, but it ain't in the ring. So, of course, I'm a little sloppy. I lost my virginity tonight, and it was fun. Thanks to Brian.
Brian definitely popped his sherry for sure.
And I think I'm ready for the rigor.
All right.
That would be fun to watch. I would love to see Chad Ochocinco and Conor McGregor in a boxing match. That would be amazing. I would love to watch that.
Hello, fight, and thank you for giving us a chance to watch you lose your virginity. Man, this is wild. Yo, Chad was. You can't give an inspirational speech after you get knocked on your head, dog. I mean, he's trying. Now, social media had him winning, and Johnson went at 62%, but as we all know, Twitter's full of idiots. So why would you even follow?
Yeah, we know Chad didn't win that fight, especially with a knockdown. Dude landed a knockdown. Fight is over. Chad took an L, but it was a good exhibition.
Chad Johnson comported himself well.
Chad did his thing, though. All respect to Chad Ochocinco for this. If you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Let me see who's hitting you with a what's up or hey, how's it going?
He didn't, and that's probably why he went down in that fourth round. But I tell you what, we got the opportunity to capture some great audio in the corner during this fight, and we call it trainer tracks.
Technically, nobody won, but because it's an exhibition, nobody actually won. But if we're looking at that, I would say that Maxwell won that fight. I mean, just off the strength of the knockdown in that fourth round, right? You get a knockdown in a boxing match, it's a 10-8 round, right? And that'll, say Chad won 2 rounds, and he won 2 rounds, he would end up winning the fight anyway, just because that round would have been scored at 10-8. Right?
Don't box him on the outside. Every time you throw that jab, you hit him with it. Just double, triple up in that and finish with a cross. Don't let this
as usual, I'm smoking some shisha, watching the fights. I know for a lot of people, it's Sunday. You guys are in the house, probably came home from church. It's Monday morning here in break something in my house right now. I got something. There's a napkin. Broken. Just like that. Hilarious. Thank you.
Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Chad Johnson started the show. Now we move on to our first professional fight. Jarrett Hurd squaring off with Luis Arias.
Yeah. See, now this fight is an actual fight. This fight is a real fight that we're about to watch here. Shout out to you, Brian. Thank you for the hilarious suggestion.
Hurd fighting tonight at 160 because he says at one point last year
he
was over 200
Hurd, Arias versus Arias.
217 to be exact. Jarrett says there were many
weight cutting is tough. Anybody's ever had to deal with weight cutting understands how tough it can be.
He moved into a new home, and then the unexpected death of his father in March.
And deaths in the family will definitely have an effect on you.
And also seeing there his new trainer in Houston, K. Corona.
So this fight's going to be at middleweight.
The opponent, Luis Arias, he says Hurd's weight problems are simple. He's not disciplined, and he eats too much. Arias believes Hurd too focused on Jermell Charlo and overlooking him. He believes that Julian Williams' loss has made Hurd a confused fighter, questioning if he can continue.
I know for a fact that even if you are disciplined, your body, it's a little bit more difficult for your body to lose the weight for certain people. Like for me, I pack on weight very easily. So I have to be very strict, very disciplined, very focused when I'm cutting down weight to prepare for a fight. So I can understand that, especially when you've had a death in the family. That stress forces weight to stay on you. You know? I've dealt with deaths in the family and relationship problems and the pandemic. This is why a lot of people gain weight during the pandemic. Yeah, you're in the house, you're eating, but also it's kind of depressing that you can't live your life the way you used to living it.
If there was ever a time to beat Jarrett Hurd, tonight is the time, because he says that he wasn't impressed with his last performance against Santana. He says, like you mentioned, he also said that he feels that, he hasn't gotten over the J-Rock fight. And also, he's confused right now with the styles. He doesn't know if he's going to be a boxer, if he wants to go back to his old self. Again, if I had to agree with Luis Arias will be just maybe he didn't look as aggressive as his old self against Santana, but that was a smart move by him.
I'm not familiar with Luis Arias. I wonder what his boxing record is. Let me look that up.
He says he doesn't like to get hit.
He's 18-1. All right, and who do you guys think? This is a real fight. This fight is sanctioned, and there will be a winner. So we get to actually make our picks. Jarrett Hurd, I have heard of. I'm not familiar with his record though. He's 24-1. Yeah, and this is a good fight to come back to. You can come back. You can kind of get your feet wet, especially if you've been out for a while.
Instead, he's got the late replacement in Dervin Kalina. But Latu seems to be a guy that continues to have these bad luck decisions inside the ring and outside as well.
If you guys are wondering my shisha flavor, I've got a blueberry and mint in right now.
Champion in two-weight divisions. He has had setbacks, especially with a couple of very suspect scorecards.
Oh, he was a unified light middleweight champion. Ooh, WBA, IBF, and IBF. Ooh, unified champ coming back. So this is a legit fight. So we've got some good fights on here as well, and not just a show. Turn the camera. I'm just seeing that. Which way would you like me to turn the camera? El-Yazid? El-Yazid? I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm saying that. Is that better? Yes, no, maybe.
But he's a South American fighter who at age 33 took this chance because he feels like maybe at that age he's not going to get another opportunity to try and get into boxing center stage. He's hoping that will happen here tonight.
This is a big opportunity for
a lot of frustration and anger with John Pascal, mad that he doesn't get the rematch, but says he's going to take it out on Kalina. We'll find out. Hall of Famers, appreciate it. Abner, thank you very much. Coming up next, former unified super welterweight champion Swift Jared Hurd back in action, taking on the veteran Luis Arias. And then later tonight, the main event.
Oh, shout out to Rabu. Shout out to Rob, one of my mentor, one of my great friends, Rabu Gary. He's actually at the fight tonight. Hopefully, when they do some camera pans, I can see him in there, and I'll give him a shout out.
Let's check out the tale of the bet for Hurd versus Arias. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app to play for free for your share of $50,000. Use code GLOVES when you sign up.
So you guys will see right now, I'm streaming from my iPad, and I'm watching the fight right here on my phone. So I make sure I don't miss nothing. I'm doing the ghetto thing. I don't really use my television, and it's an older television, so I can't really use Apple TV to stream it. It's too old of a television. I'm usually just watching via my iPad and everything, so that's why the stream is done ghetto style right now.
Just answer questions like, will they touch gloves before the match, and how long the fight will last? Download any DraftKings app now. Enter the promo code, play free for $50K, and make it.
And the thing is, because the Logan Floyd fight is not a sanctioned fight, there's no betting line for the fight because there's not supposed to be a winner. But in all likeliness, somebody's going to knock out somebody, and there will be a winner for this fight. So I'm sure some of you are taking your bets on if there's going to be some knockdowns, if Floyd's going to get knocked out versus if Logan Paul is going to get knocked out, which is the more likely thing to happen because obviously Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Arias was a top amateur who has been a disappointment as a professional, only 0-2-1 in his last three. Most recently was in Northern Ireland in August 2019, losing a 10-round decision to Luke Keeler, in which Arias was knocked down twice. He's been down a total of 3 times in his pro career. Fought his first 10 fights with Mayweather Promotions, then was released, and now he's back with the Money
team and working in his corner for the first time tonight, his new trainer.
Can anybody think of some other good fighters that are with the money team that are actually winning fights and doing well? I mean, I think of Gervonta Davis. Other than that, is anybody else that folks can name? You know me, I'm usually keeping up more with MMA and anything, but you know, I do enjoy a good boxing match every now and then.
40 and 25 amateur record again, wanting to make his way down to 154, but meeting one of the best fighters at 154 tonight at 160.
Shout out to everybody that's on the live streams. Shout out to everybody who's watching via Facebook. Shout out to everybody who's watching via YouTube. I appreciate all the love for everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Right, so as many of you can see, I finished the first stream of the Chad Maxwell fight. That's done with. So now just check, make sure you see this stream. Hopefully if you see this stream, you can hop on there. All right.
It is with a heavy heart that Jared Hurd is making the long walk to the ring here at Hart.
If you, hopefully I'm on everywhere. I want to make sure that I'm on YouTube. So I'm going to check that out right now to make sure that you guys see the stream. It looks like I'm on via YouTube. It looks like I'm in the clear for YouTube. Hopefully I'm on there for Periscope as well. Obviously, I think I am because some of you are tuned in. Brian and Eliazid. That's a unique name. I really love that name. And thank you to everyone who is currently tuned in. Am I streaming via Facebook too? I want to make sure I'm on via Facebook. So it looks like I'm currently on Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to end this stream and start another one to make sure I'm also live via Facebook because I want to be on everywhere. All right, so bear with me. I'll be back in a second. The stream will be coming on any moment. All right, so just stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned.